Hey, from Bugeyeguy, check this out, a fiberglass nose going on this car. This one had a Kellison nose, and we've got a great project in store here. We're modifying this car. We'll share more with you about it as it comes along. That's the fiberglass nose we sell. But in the meantime, I want to show you in this video how to jack up a Bugeye Sprite, and in particular, because a couple people have asked me this week, we want to make sure you do not use this factory jack hole. And the reason for that is it's a high liability proposition. The first problem I've seen is people will take the jack, which basically just plugs into the hole here, and whack this edge and rip up the paint here, which then tends to crack up the side and can rust, and of course it's no fun to look at that. The second problem is if you don't get it in there deep enough and you jack the car, you end up deflecting this rocker panel. We've had several cars come through our shop that have dents right here, and that is strictly from trying to use that jack. So it's nice to have at a car show and put it out and share that you have the original jack, but we discourage people from using it. And instead you want to jack these cars, it's very easy to do, from these frame rails. This H-shaped rail going down on each side of where the bumper and the sway bar would mount, it's very, very strong there, and you're good to jack anywhere along here with a floor jack or a scissor jack, and it will lift the car quite nicely. You want to avoid the center section that connects these two rails. This is a hollow portion and it's not quite as strong. Many of the cars have been stoved in right here from people jacking, and it just will crumple this sheet metal. So you can certainly put a piece of lumber across here and jack the whole front, or place your jack right on these frame rails, and you won't have any issues at all. If you're jacking the car on a lift, you can use this corner flange. You want to put a piece of wood under here. We will reach under with the lift arms and catch this frame rail that comes laterally off of the ladder, the H that I was talking about. So, you know, this union here is a very strong portion of the car as well. You're basically carrying the load through the frame, and so no issue jacking right there. And that pretty much covers the whole front of the car. Anywhere along this frame rail, you're good to go. Normally the oil pan living right here. In the back of the car, if you want to jack up the car, you have this spring platform, and that is the strongest portion for you for jacking the rear end. You'll notice that the leaf spring plugs into the back. That's the anchor for those leaf springs, and they are supported and strengthened by these steel plates. So putting your jack under these plates on either side is a very smart move. That's a very strong portion of the car. Alternatively, you can jack from the differential, and you can put your jack stands under these spring plates. So those are some basic suggestions for how to lift up your Bugeye Sprite.